So what does the new Steam storefront mean for you, and what exactly is a Steam curator? All that and more coming up. Steam has released a brand new update to the store. Everything is blue now. On a serious note, they're saying that this is the new smart storefront and it's customizable to the games you like and play. You may ask, why is everyone going so crazy for this? GOG and itch.io have their own recommendation systems and they've been working perfectly for a very long time. This update came with the announcement that Steam now has 100 million active users. Now, that amount of influence over the games that people see makes it all the more important to have systems in place so that people see games that they will like and are more likely to buy. On your new Steam front page, you will now see modified versions of things you already saw, like the ticker banner at the very top showing you things recommended for you, popular games and new releases. Below your banner, you will now see something called Explore Your Queue. When you click on it, it will take you to the page of the game that it has selected for you. You then get to choose whether you would like to add it to your wish list, follow it to see its updates, or just click that you're not interested. If you don't want to do any of those things, you can press the Next in Queue button and it will take you to the front page of another game it is selected where you can do the same thing. It will keep on selecting new games for you as long as you keep on clicking the Next in Queue button. I think this is a very interesting way of taking you directly to games that Steam has picked for you. It might not be perfect, but it has taken me to a few games that I wouldn't have otherwise seen the trailer for or anything like that. So it's interesting to get you directly onto the store page of that game. Under that is the familiar new releases. It says popular new releases now though, and I'm sure this is an attempt to stem the tide of new games coming onto Steam. In the last 9 months there were 1,300 new titles released on Steam, and there have been a lot of people like Jim Sterling and Total Biscuit complaining about the sheer amount of terrible games that have been able to get onto the Steam storefront, which is a problem. However, this new attempt at curation will hopefully stop those from appearing. The flip side of this, however, is that games that haven't had the hype train going for them before their launch will maybe not become as popular and therefore not show up in this Steam list. It is possible to see a list of all new releases, but I'm not entirely sure exactly what the likelihood of someone actually clicking on that button is. So what is a curator? Essentially, it's anyone that has a Steam group. You go into your Steam group, click the curator button, and it will let you make recommendations and a tagline for your curator store. With each recommendation, you get to write a small sentence about what you think of the game. That then shows up on the game's store page. If people like your list of curated games, they can then follow that list to get more recommendations from you. That combined with a customizable Steam store page means that people will receive a lot more recommendations tailored to their preferences. Because literally anyone can be a curator, this means that it's already been used for trolling, like the Is It Postal Steam curation page. This can be both annoying and amusing, but overall it's not very useful to people who want to see recommendations and games that they might like. So a report system or just something to ignore that curation page overall would be extremely useful. One thing people have pointed out is that there's no monetary compensation for curating a list of Steam games. Now this means that there's no reason why people with a lot of followers wouldn't seek outside monetary rewards for putting someone's game at the top of their list, because if you look at the actual curation page, it's one game that you last made a recommendation for at the top, and then every other game in chronological order of your recommendations. Now this means, imagine PewDiePie making a Steam page. He would have an unimaginable amount of influence over the buying habits of his bros. This means that paying him to put your game at the top of his curation list will likely bring you in a large amount of sales. And finally, it wouldn't be a video on YouTube without some shameless self-promotion. I myself have started a curated list of games that I like and enjoy and hope that you will too. So if you want to check the link in the description to see that list of games, it will be growing over time with a variety of cool indie games that I think need attention and also ones that are really good fun. I will also put the itch.io curated list of games on that site in the description as well, so you can compare how Steam works with another site. I'm very interested to see what your thoughts are on this whole Steam update, the look, the new capabilities, and exactly how morally dubious you think taking money from outside of Steam to put something on the top of a curated list is. Thank you everyone for watching. If you've enjoyed my video, then do give it a thumbs up. If you would like to discover a variety of awesome, free, weird, and cool indie games, then subscribe for daily videos. And until next time, goodbye. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say?